Hey everybody, welcome back to Vanland. Summer is here, and this tends to be the busiest time for upgrades as people start to head out on their summer trips in their van. So today we wanted to give you guys the top 5 upgrades that you should be doing to your van to be ready for summer. So the number 1 upgrade for traveling in your van in the summer would be an air conditioner. This is kind of the holy grail of staying cool in your van during the summer. But before you go about getting an air conditioner, you do want to make sure that your van is as well insulated as possible, as well as the windows. You want to make sure that you have really good window covers. The second is to plan out and consider your power system. So the air conditioner will typically be the largest draw of power in any van, especially if you're expecting to run it for 6 to 10 hours or longer. So you want to make sure that you have an adequate power system to run the air conditioner. This would typically be in the 600 to 800 amp hour range. If you guys need some assistance with sizing your power system, you can always give us a call. And we also did a video on 12-volt air conditioners that you can check out if you want to learn more about those. If you are not getting an air conditioner, or even if you are, it's really important to have proper ventilation in your van. So there are a number of ways to get air moving in the van. The number 1 would be a roof fan. We use the Maxxair Fan, most people do. If you don't have one of those, you should get one right away because it's the best way to get the warm air out of your van. You also should be looking into ventilated windows. So some vans come with windows that you cannot open, but those can be switched out for ventilated windows, or one could be added if you don't have a window at all. The next would be the Arctic Turn roof hatch. It's such a large opening that if you have your fan running and you're able to also open up the roof hatch, it will get a lot of air moving quickly out of the van. And then if you really want maximum ventilation, there are bug screens for the sliding door and also the rear door of the van. So if you're sitting somewhere and it's pretty hot, you have both of your doors open, you have your fan running and your windows with ventilation coming through. And then on top of that, some good insulation in your van. You can actually outlast some pretty warm temperatures just by having a lot of shade, insulation, and good air movement. Upgrade number 3 to stay cool in the summer is to have plenty of water storage. So we did a video on our dual water tank setup, which shows you how to put in 2 water tanks, one inside and one under the van, and use the same pump and filter system to access both. So it's really common for people to use up to 3 times more water in the summer than they do in the winter. So we definitely recommend maxing out your water storage. And if you do one of the undermounted tanks, that can essentially be your auxiliary water storage that you use just during the hotter months. The new Northwest Conversions tire carrier tank is actually now 28 gallons. So with our dual water tank setup, we are able to get almost 50 gallons of fresh water in a van. Along with all the water storage, you're gonna wanna have ways to access the water. So we recommend putting in shower outlets. I like to have them at the sliding door and also at the back of the van. So if you're coming back from an activity in the summer and you wanna clean up and cool down, you have multiple shower outlets to do just that. And then you can go about the rest of your day in your van feeling refreshed. Upgrade number 4 for your summer trips is going to be refrigeration. So it's really nice to have cold drinks and of course to keep your food cold while you're traveling. So having a refrigerator in the van is a really good idea. Typically these will come in 2 different types. You have your refrigerators that would mount into a cabinet and open with a door on the front. And then really popular these days also is going to be your cooler style, basically an electric cooler. Both of these fridges will be pretty efficient, but the cooler style is more efficient because when you open the door, the cold air does not spill out. You can pretty much run one of these coolers indefinitely with even a small power system. And we find that a lot of our clients are actually choosing to have 2 refrigerators. They'll have their basic one that's mounted into their cabinets, and then for the summer, or if they're going on longer trips, they'll have a cooler style refrigerator, and that allows them to double their storage and keep some of their items frozen while other ones are just refrigerated. We just did a video on one of the newer coolers. It's the EcoFlow Glacier. So if you want to see the latest in technology, then check out that video. That's actually a cooler I'm going to be adding to my van for this summer. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comments below. Okay, so summer essential number 5 is going to be an awning. So when the weather gets really hot and the sun is intense, having an awning makes a huge difference in having a comfortable space around your van. So when you open up an awning, and they're really quite large, most of the awnings for vans, you get a lot of additional living space underneath the awning and you're not being scorched out in the sun. It will also shade the entry area. So if you are keeping your doors open to get maximum ventilation, an awning will prevent you from having heat build up right around the entryway. So there are typically a couple different kinds of awnings. One of them would be if you have a roof rack already on your van, then there's a particular type of awning that will mount to the roof rack. If you do not have a roof rack, then we can get you guys an awning that mounts directly to the roof rails and there's no roof rack needed. If you guys need help selecting which awning is going to be right for your van, of course you can always reach out to us. One thing that you want to check right now is whether you have the factory roof rails, because all of the awnings and roof racks connect to those roof rails, and those are pretty much a must if you're going to put an awning on your van. All right, so these were our top 5 summer essentials for your van, but of course there are a lot of other cool products on the market. Why don't you guys leave us a comment and tell us what you cannot live without when you're traveling in the summer in your van. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching and we will see you again next time.